give you a possible plan to use. That's what's next. Part of your communication plan is obviously everybody's got to have a resume, everybody has to have a cover letter. But you know what? Once you have your vision, and you'll be able to romance that resume and that cover letter so that it's expressing who you really are, what your stand is. It's not just a series of past jobs. It's what you're passionate about, which should be at the top of your resume, and should be in your cover letter, and should be what you say to people about yourself when you introduce yourself. You're not just a person looking for a job. You're a person that is taking a stand for who you are, what you want to be. That's all part of it. Another part of your communications plan is social media, obviously, and I'm sure plenty of you are using that, right? And you might even, if you're someone that is not in a position now, you might even have your own business card, a personal card. So when you meet people, you're not handing out your resume to everybody, nor should you. But you want people to be able to get in touch with you. And having a business card, a personal card, which might even have your vision on it, so people remember what your stand is, they'll never forget you with that. But the most powerful of all strategies that should be and must be part of your communications plan, if you are going to break out of this muck that we're in, is your entourage. Because it will make all the difference. You will have a team of people who are helping you break through the clutter. You will not just be one of 100 resumes that arrive somewhere. You will have a conduit, an open door, because somebody recommended you. Somebody believes in you. In fact, not just one somebody, many. So through that entourage, doors are going to open. Because you have a vision, because you have a mission, because you have the beginning of those communication skills. You don't have to have them all. You might even start out with none of them. And that's okay, because they'll develop over time. So let's look at the strategy that will enable you to create your entourage. And easy enough, I call it the C.R.E.A.T.E strategy. Fortunately for me, it worked with all the words. So it's easy to remember. Okay? C.R.E.A.T.E, every letter in C.R.E.A.T.E stands for something. You're going to, the tactics in your strategy are connect with your community, build relationships, have an elevator brand statement, be accountable, build trust, and then you will have established your entourage. So I'm going to take you through those, okay? Ready? And I do have a handout. It doesn't have all the details on it, but it does have the C.R.E.A.T.E strategy, each letter and what it stands for. Let's start with the connect with your community. Who are you already connected with? And think about it. I mean, and feel free to think about it and write notes down if you think of people as we're going through this. Who is it that's in your community that could possibly be part of your entourage? Think about family, friends, professors, former bosses, former colleagues, perhaps a friend of a family member you met once that you were impressed with that might be in a field that might be related to what you're interested in. Maybe it's a professional, an accountant. Accountants know a lot of people. Lawyers know a lot of people. There's a lawyer in your family or a friend. Definitely want to have them part of your beginning entourage. These are the people that you're going to list to being part of your entourage They're in your entourage now. A year from now, they may not be. Maybe you found that they aren't the right person. You might have somebody else. But right now, get yourself a list of people that you could sit down with, that you respect, or that somebody else respects. That could be the beginning of your first entourage. Now, some of those people could end up being in your entourage for a lifetime. We don't know yet. But right now, start thinking about who it is that you know, or who you've met through someone else. And that goes through school. How many of you are in school now, are going to NYU right now? I mean, think about professors that you had as professors, that in the past, that you respected. That's where it starts, is in college. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story about my son. I have two kids. They're both in their careers. They kind of got this concept from me through osmosis, from watching me in action, but I did a little coaching along the way. My son started in an internship. He went to Penn State. Started in an internship in Altoona. He drove 2 hours to an internship at a radio station. Did not know who the person was that ran that station, but it turned out it was a CBS affiliate. He impressed the guy. That guy led him to getting an internship at CBS in New York. That internship led him to getting an interview in the sales department at CBS in New York. He decided he liked the internet better, but the people he met while he was in that sales training program led him to people in his circle. He used his circle of influence to move all the way up. And many of those people are still in his circle. Just to sort of give you a sense of how you see, so often we might have a job and we never talk, after we leave, we never talk to those people again. And maybe the people you worked with really thought you were great, and you left and you just didn't talk to the people that were influential there. I'm a believer, don't ever lose touch with those people. Just keep in touch with them. Go back to them for advice. That's what we're going to talk about now. These are people that believed in you once. That doesn't mean just because you left, they don't believe in you anymore. Most people are happy when you move ahead in your career. I think about people that I've worked with in my own companies, and I've had several companies of my own, and I look back and I'm sorry that a few of them that I thought were terrific never contacted me again after they left, because I would have helped them, because I thought they were great. Now, a few did, and a few of them I am helping. I have given referrals, I give them rave. They'll send me an email and say, "Hi Leslie, wondering how you're doing. Wanted you to know I'm at this firm. This is what I'm doing. Let me know if I can ever be helpful to you." They ask me if they can help. Do you know how I feel when they do that? I say, I am going to help this person for as long as I can. Not only are they staying in touch with me, but they're offering me, their former employer, to help me. That's what I talk about, the collaborative nature of it. So, okay, you've identified your list, right? The people that could be in your entourage. And now you're going to look at them and you're going to set up a meeting. You're going to ask them, how are you going to get the meeting? You're not going to ask them for a job. You're not going to say, can I come in? I need a job. You're coming in, you want to ask for their advice.